Hi guys, today we'll be making curried potato or curried aloo as we call it in Trinidad and Tobago. It is mostly eaten as a side dish with roti or with rice. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride. For the ingredients you will need are 2 medium potatoes, 1 teaspoon curry powder, half teaspoon roasted Geera, 1 tablespoon green seasoning, half teaspoon complete seasoning, half teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1 pimento. I will read the balance of ingredients for the cooking process later down in the video.
So guys, let's go and start to prep our potatoes. The first step is to wash your potatoes and then peel it. As you can see, I have already done one. Remember to put your potatoes into some water so that they will not get discolored. Now that our potatoes are all peeled up, let's cut them into some smaller pieces. First off, I'm going to cut my potato into half lengthwise and also divide the halves into 2 as well. Now that we have got that done, we are going to cut them into some smaller chunks, probably about 1.5 inches to 2 inches in size. The most important thing is that they are almost equal in sizes. The reason you want them to be cut into equal sizes so that they all will cook approximately about the same time. And here's the size that you would like to roughly cut your potatoes at. Remember to put back your potatoes into the water so that they would not get discolored while you start to prep your other seasonings. Here I have half of a small onion that I'm going to give a rough chop. Well, all the onions are chopped up and placed into a plate. Here I have a large clove of garlic which I'm going to give a whack and also a fine to medium chop as well. Well, all the garlic is finely chopped up. Now I have a few leaves of culantro. This is also going to get a fine chop together with another clove of garlic. This combination of garlic and culantro is to be finely chopped and added to the last stage of our cooking process. If you cannot find culantro, you can also use cilantro. Just double the amount. So our combination of garlic and culantro is all chopped up. Here I also have a pimento pepper, which is a flavored pepper, of course. If you cannot find pimento peppers, you can also use a jalapeno. Just remove the membrane and the seeds. I have already drained the potatoes, so now I'm going to take the roughly chopped pimentos and start to season it. Next, I'm going to be adding about a half a teaspoon of sea salt. Also, the same amount of black pepper, a half a teaspoon as well. Well, no scotch bonnet here folks. Today I'll be using about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So this seasoning I'm about to use is optional, but I like the extra flavor it gives. So here I'm using about a teaspoon of TBS Complete Seasoning. I just like the added flavor. And here I have a teaspoon of curried powder, which is a Madras curry that I'm going to add. Now I'm going in with about a half a teaspoon of roasted cumin, or as we call it in Trinidad, Geera. If you just have regular cumin, double the amount. Last but not least, we are also going in with a tablespoon of our green seasoning. I will have a link in the description box and in the iCards above on how to make this seasoning. Now that all our seasonings are in, let's give our potato a good mix and make sure that everybody is all happy. And here's our potatoes all seasoned up. Let's go on to the next stage. So guys, let's go cook our curry potatoes.
For the cooking process, you will need 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, 2 large cloves of garlic, half of a small onion, 1½ to 2 tablespoons of curry, ½ teaspoon of roasted jeera, 1 teaspoon of cooking butter, 1 Lg Garlic Clove, and 1 tablespoon of culantro.
Here I've got my pot warming up. I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can use any neutral cooking oil that you want. Now it's time to start adding our aromatics. First off, I'll be going in with our roughly chopped onions, which I'm going to saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. Well, our 5 minutes is about up. So let's add our garlic. We are going to saute this for about 30 to 40 seconds or until the garlic becomes fragrant. You don't want to go longer than that, otherwise your garlic may burn and you will get a bitter taste, and we don't want that. Well, it's time to add our curry. Here I'm using a Madras curry. I'm adding about 1 to 1½ tablespoons. And I'm also going in with about a teaspoon of roasted cumin, which we call Geera. If you don't have the roasted cumin, you will use 2 teaspoons of the regular cumin. Now you want to give this a good mix and cook this down on a medium-low heat until the curry and cumin become fragrant. Doing this step helps to enhance those flavors, and you know my game by now, layers of flavor. You want to cook this down on a medium-low heat until the curry becomes a bit grainy. This should take about 3 to 5 minutes. Now it's time to add about a ½ cup of water. You want to cook this down on a medium-low heat to get your curry paste. This should take between 6 and 10 minutes. So it's about 5 minutes, and here we see our curry beginning to thicken up. And this is about 8 minutes into it, and this is how our curry should look like. Now it is time to start adding our potatoes. After adding your potato, give it a good old mix to make sure that curry paste coats each and every piece of potato. And here's a close-up of what your potato should look like. You want to saute your potatoes for at least 5 minutes. Then take a cup and a half of water and add it to the bowl with the remaining of the seasoning and add it to your potatoes. Then you want to simmer your potatoes until tender. Do this on a medium-low heat. This is about 10 minutes in, so let's check our potatoes and see how they are looking. I'm just going to take my spoon and give it a stir and make sure that everything is looking alright. Curry potato, or curry aloo as we call it in Trinidad and Tobago, is a very popular side dish that can be found in all our roti shops across the island. This is about 20 minutes into the cook, and I'm adding about a tablespoon of golden ray cooking butter. You should be able to find this butter in one of the West Indian grocery stores. If you can't find this, no worries, your curry potatoes will still taste delicious. You just will be missing out on this next level of flavor though. So boys and girls, this is about half an hour into our cook. So let's check our potatoes for tenderness. I am going to take a knife, and if it cuts through the potato like butter, that means our potato is cooked. And let me do it one more time for you in case you missed it. So now that your potatoes are all tender, you can now remove them from the stove if you wish. But if you are like me, I just mash a few pieces to help thicken up that sauce, because that's the way we like it here at our house. And our sauce is thickened up nicely, as you can see here. Let's get a bit of a close-up. So guys, there are just 2 more steps we have. Here I'm going to be sprinkling a bit of roasted cumin once again. This is optional of course, but it also helps to kick it up a notch in flavor. And remember that garlic and culantro that we chopped up. Now is the time to add it. This definitely takes this dish to the next level. After doing this, just turn off your stove and give it a good mix. Well boys and girls, our curry potato is all done. Let's get it plated up and get ready for our drive-by. Let's go!
So boys and girls, here's our delicious curry potato or curry aloo as we call it in Trinidad and Tobago. The list of ingredients will be in the description box below. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications for more videos. See you all on our next cooking journey and we're out until next time.